Hey, this is Nick from Schizophrenia Sucks, and if you didn't know, schizophrenia sucks. So what I wanted to talk about today, well, first of all, if you have any requests for videos, just put them in the comments, please, and you can all like, subscribe, all that nonsense. But I wanted to talk about creating YouTube videos because I thought this would be a little bit different, but there's kind of like two paths you can go down, but it feels like you're stuck on this narrow path. So you can either make content that you think people will want to see and then hopefully people will watch it, but maybe they won't, right? Because just because I want to hear about it doesn't mean other people want to, unfortunately. So, and the other option is you have to make content that maybe you don't want to make, but that would be popular. So, I'm not really sure what to do or to do a mix of both. So, it's really hard because it's like YouTube is like a business. So, it kind of depends what you're trying to do because I kind of wanted to help people with schizophrenia and people like families or friends that know about someone that has it. But it seems like to grow YouTube, you need to create in-demand videos, so whatever people would want to watch, and that's not necessarily the same thing. So it's kind of hard to do. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I might try a few different things. It might be that I can use a combination of both, so I can try to grow myself bigger in order to attract a wider audience, and then I can make more content that I would want to make. So I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard to know what people want. Like you can't read people's minds. You can only see how many people watch your video and if it picks up. But I think you'll have a better I don't know if the algorithm will work better if you have more people watching, so it gives you a better idea of if your videos are what people want to see or not, or if they're kind of like not what people want to see. So, and schizophrenia might be too niche of a topic since there's only like two other creators that seem to have a lot of views. So, I'm not really sure. Um, it's kind of hard to tell what to do. I used to make gaming videos back in the day and I would get thousands of views, like up to 15,000 views. And even other videos, I remember getting like hundreds of views, and now I'm only getting like dozens. So either YouTube is way more competitive than it used to be, or this is like a niche that people don't, that's not in high demand. So I think it's not in high demand. And also, of course, I need to improve my content. So it's really hard. So if you have any tips or tricks, that would be good too. Um, I've been struggling to make content the last few days. I haven't been feeling great. And I have a bunch of ideas, but I'm trying to figure out, I have to do research and look at other videos and see what's popular to get the channel off the ground a little bit, I think, rather than just make what I want to make. So I can do a combination of both, but I'll obviously be able to tell by the views what people want to see. So it's a business and you're beholden to the customer, and the customer is the viewer. So I don't get to make what I want, which is a bit annoying. I was hoping I could just kind of make a bunch of content that I thought would be useful for people, but I think I have to make content that seems to be in demand. I know I've repeated that. So there isn't much to this. So as much as YouTube could be like an artistic creative pursuit, or it could be like a business. So it's kind of hard. I don't really want to do it as a creative pursuit. I wanted to do it to help people. But it feels more like a business. Like you're just really dependent upon people watching. So if nobody wants to watch, it doesn't matter. Like your content's only going to help a few people. Like, I mean, that would be great to help people, but ideally, if you're spending all this time and effort, you'll get some return and hopefully a little bit of money. Like you don't make very much, like below minimum wage, but that would still be fine if I could make a little bit of money. Like if I can make more money than getting SSI, that would be great, right? So it's not like about greed or anything. It's just that um, I am trying to work and I want to work. I want to be able to work full time. But if I can't work full time, I'm doing like experiments with my health right now. Um, So I'm trying to get better so I could work full time possibly, but it would have to be a make your own hours job because I get fatigue all the time. So YouTube seems like it would be a great like job and it would help people and it would be work from home, which is great for schizophrenics. And maybe we'll talk about jobs for schizophrenics sometime. I should definitely do that. So, and also it's part time or as much time as you want. Here, I'm typing it. Jobs for schizophrenics. I'll make that a topic since I've done a lot of research on that. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'll try this for a few months, see if it picks up. Hopefully it does. Maybe I'll ask a bigger YouTube channel what they've done and what's been working for them. So I've heard it's a little bit of luck on YouTube. Like when do you make a video that's like a good video? So you might make a dozen videos and only one of them is good and it increases how many people watch you. So it's like a slow grind. And you just got to keep on making your content better, putting out more content. But yeah, that's why I picked that road picture because I feel like I'm stuck on this little narrow road of having to make content for people and I'm not allowed to have any like creative discretion or do anything that I want to do. I feel like my videos haven't been getting very many views and that might be just because they're not good and they're also they're not catering to what people might want. So I might even broaden the schizophrenia to mental health in general. So I don't know if it's too niche. I'd have to check that niche though. So it really is like a business and research and analytics and math. And you could do it creatively, but then you'd be limited. So you'd be like gambling on success if you want to do things creatively, because maybe people like your creations, maybe people don't, right? So ideally, I'd be able to creating content that people like and that helps people, and that I want to do. But it seems like you might have to pick and choose, or maybe make a variety. And just see what I can do because you need to get to a certain size to like get out there so that people will be able to find you. But like you want to have reach, but you also want to be helping people, not just making content that's interesting, right? Like if people watch my content, I may not be helping people. So maybe I blow up, I get a lot of views, but I'm not really helping people. So I kind of want to do all those things. And been doing a lot of research on how YouTube works, and I get it now, but it's kind of like taking the joy out of it, seeing how, oh, you need to like make a thumbnail so they click, and then make it interesting so they watch, right? It feels really soulless, and it feels really like just like a corporation, and you're just trying to like trick people into watching for longer instead of actually creating value. I mean, you are creating value, but it's like you're playing with people's dopamine receptors and like, oh, watch, watch, watch. Right? It's exciting. It's exciting. Oh, look, here's a image change. Oh, look, here's another trick to get people to watch for 2 seconds longer. And you have to keep like adding transitions and new images and all these little tricks to make people watch that sort of like junk food. Like, I don't want to be like a junk food dealer. I want to create quality content. And if you're going to be trying to expand to like the mainstream, like TV is for 85 IQ people. So that's why TV, if you're smart, it seems really stupid because it's not designed for you. It's designed for the lowest common denominator, the broadest audience. So, um, I don't know. I guess this is probably a common problem for all sorts of like creative people. Or like, are you creating something that people value, that people want to watch? Like, how do you make money from your creative pursuit, right? Like, how do you feed yourself essentially? So, and I don't plan on making big bucks, but it would be nice, like, just to be able to make minimum wage, right? Like, I think that's a fair thing to say. Like, oh, I should, if I can work 20 hours per week doing YouTube, I should be making minimum wage, right? I think that's completely fair. And I don't expect to get rich. Like, the biggest channels for schizophrenia only make like $2,000 to $3,600 per month. I did some research on that. So that's not a lot of money. Um, but it really is the type of job for schizophrenic. Like I've looked at other jobs and I'll make a video about jobs for schizophrenics. But it really seems like YouTube is great because you make your own hours, you post when you want, and you can work as much as you want, right? Which is the main thing. Like some days I wake up at 10 a.m., some days I wake up at noon, some days I stay in bed the whole day, and I just can't stick to a schedule, right? So I need some type of freelance, possibly part-time work, and work from home, so that way I can just get up and do stuff when I have energy, and when I don't have energy, I can take a mental health day, right? I can't have a 9 to 5. So Anyway, I think that's all I want to say. I don't want to make this too long, but if you have any ideas for videos, you can request it, like, subscribe, comment, and thank you for your time.